I need to make a new intro. That's gonna suck. What up, YouTube? I'm back. It's been a hot minute. I have been gone for probably about 3 months. Sold my bike. Waited till the end of summer. I got a bike. I've had it for about a little over a month. A little over about 550 miles on it. For me alone, there's 13,000 on it and 300 something on it right now. But for those of you who could guess, it is a Harley, not a Dyna. I got a Sportster because I figured if I can keep on working my job I do, later on I'll buy a Dyna and I'll turn this thing into a nice flat track bike. Let's see. Now I'm gonna have to choke it. This is the baby. This is her right now. Haven't done much. More on like that maybe. Haven't done much. I've just really just put on these pipes. I haven't put lollipops in it, so I did lose some bottom end, but it got put up to the top end, which I really like. The bottom end isn't that much smaller anymore. Remove the front fender. I don't like them. I don't get splashed in the face. I have bandana which kind of catches stuff, but not the best. Yeah, I removed these big dorky pipes and mufflers. All the stuff's up there. Lockable gas cap. I bought a lockable oil cap. Replaced all the vacuum hoses because they were cracked and it wasn't running well. But it's amazing. Just basically done things you should do right away to the bike. A stock bike, you know, you always need to get pipes. Replaced all the oil stuff. But this is a 2002 Harley Sportster 1200 Sport. Not a custom, a sport. You don't really hear much about sports because I believe their production year was maybe 1998 to 2003. And I can tell you why. Well, I can't tell you why. They're pretty awesome bikes. So Sportster's the performance model for Harleys. This is the performance style bike for Harleys. Well, their V-rods are kind of now. But this is the performance of the performance. It's got everything that you do not see on any other Harley. It's got adjustable shocks. You got the preload in the bottom. You got the stiffness and softness on the front and rear. And it's a two spark plug per cylinder. You got one here on both sides, and you got one down there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's one on top and one on the side. It is only a 2-valve system so that means there's only one exhaust and one intake per cylinder. I might invest in a 4-valve, or otherwise known as a Hemi head. They're hard to find now, but I've found a couple places that make them and won't be too hard. These handlebars are gonna go soon. Just need to get new grips. Don't know if you can see it, but those handlebars back there, those bobber styles ones. Some of you guys, my mic might not show it, but there is a tapping in this motorcycle, and luckily I had previous experience with building Harleys and knowing things about Harleys, and it's a rocker. And the rocker, there's a bolt that goes on the side that keeps it from rattling, but all Harleys have a little bit of a gap because it's a steel bar and aluminum holding for that steel bar, and then you put the rocker cap over it, and that rocker cap rattles with the steel bar because the aluminum expands. I think it's like 4 times or twice as much as steel does. This whole bike, it was a great buying experience. The guy was nice. I went down there on a Saturday on I think it might have been was it Labor Day or something like that, but the banks weren't open, and the banks were open Monday. Oh no, Labor Day was the Monday. Never mind. the banks weren't open Saturday, and they weren't open Monday. So, cause he had his title in a deposit box, and he forgot to get it out before I came down to see the bike. And so he brought it up to me on a flatbed. It was pretty cool. I got the bike hand delivered to me. But no, this bike, I'm pumped. But right now, I'm hungry. It's dinner time. I thought of pretzels, and so I'm going to a mall to get some pretzels from a pretzel mark or our maker. It's one of those two. But yeah, it's been a minute. I missed it. I've wanted to film. I don't know. I didn't really want to do a reveal video on this bike, but this is kind of that. I'm gonna put it in neutral, because screw holding in the clutch. Come out. But, uh-oh. Checked, I got a flashlight. One of those snake ones that fits barely into the cylinder and through a spark plug hole. And I got one of those. And I stuck it in the spark plug hole to see what kind of piston I was looking at. And that was a clean piston. Like, clean. Like, Mr. Clean spent like 8 hours cleaning that thing out. And this thing hasn't even been rebuilt. Pistons haven't been touched. Now you can go. Leave. Could get in the middle, but I'm too lazy to do. To get in the middle. I just want to eat my pretzels. I'm thinking about doing like a Harley build series where I get things done. I get things done on this. I get the bike to look how I want it to. I'm also gonna do 2 Yamaha XS650 builds. I have my brother's that I bought from. That's basically is just the front of the frame, cut off the suspension part, which kind of made me mad because he threw it away. I could have welded it back on, made it stronger, and made it a cafe. But I'm gonna have to make this a hardtail, which I'm not mad about, but I already have a hardtail half built, and I kind of want to do a cafe. But I'm gonna finish the one. It can start, it can do all that. It just needs to get put together electricity-wise and cosmetic-wise, the motor sound. And then on the one I want to build to a cafe, that thing's in pieces. The frame's in pieces. The motor's in pieces. It's basically a crankshaft, cylinders, pistons, rods. My brother was an idiot and dropped the chain. Just kidding. He's not an idiot. I would have done it too, especially when he moved. That's when it dropped. He had it nice and sound, and then when he moved, it dropped to the crank. Which is not the worst situation. I've dropped a chain before. This one's gonna be easy. I can just get a magnet to fix it all. I mean by magnet to fix it all, I mean get a magnet to pull up the chain. Because he basically has the whole thing apart, so it's not that hard to get to the chain. But retiming it will be hard. I believe his XS650 is in the year when you need a, what's it called? A timing. It's a basically, I might be able to put a picture up here. Might not. I don't know how to edit well. I use this through GoPro gibberish. GoPro Studios is how I've been editing for a while. But basically it's a thing that tells the the cam when to like roll. Basically, it spins. It's a point timing conversion thing. Basically, so it auto times it with this piece. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, this is Crashaholic, and I'll see you next time. Peace.